Under common law, I can do that. You've heard officers, activists, even vloggers claim those words with absolute confidence, as if they unlock an ancient power. But common law is no secret weapon. It's a fragile leftover from centuries past, surviving only to stop immediate harm. In this episode, we'll dismantle the myths, trace the real limits, and show how misunderstanding them can still fuel unlawful detentions. So, if you've heard it shouted, common law, sometimes real, mostly bluff. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's lawful, what's legend, and how to handle both. Welcome back to Know Your Rights by Scorpion Audits. Every Saturday, we explain the law. Every Sunday, we test it on the ground. Tonight, we look at powers older than Parliament itself, the ones built from judgments, not statutes. They're often misunderstood, misquoted, and misused. Understanding their limits keeps you free and your footage lawful. Before modern policing, constables swore to keep the king's peace, stepping in only when violence was about to erupt. In R versus Howell 1982 reaffirmed that ancient rule. Common law allows action solely to prevent imminent harm to person or property. It's not for control, curiosity, or convenience. Common laws like a glass-covered alarm. Break it only when danger's real. Everything else is just noise. Breach of the peace isn't a crime, it's a circumstance. It only exists while harm or immediate fear of harm threatens people or property. The danger must be real, present, and imminent. Courts reject arrests based on vague fear or annoyance. If nobody's violent, there's no breach. It might kick off, isn't law, it's guesswork. So, common law myth number one: common law arrest covers everything. Some officers think if statute doesn't fit, common law will. It won't. A common law arrest is lawful only to stop a breach happening now. Using it for ID checks, filming control, or convenience is unlawful and opens them to civil claims. So when the police say, I'm arresting you under common law, ask, what danger is happening right now? If they can't name one, film everything. They've just broken their own rule. Common law myth number two: unlimited entry or false. PACE 1984, section 17.5 abolished nearly all common law entry powers. The only surviving right is section 17.1e to save life or limb or prevent serious damage to property. Once the emergency ends, the power ends. So no warrant plus no danger equals no entry. Loud voices aren't harm. So looking at a couple of case law examples, in R versus Howell 1982, the court ruled breach means harm or fear of harm. In Laporte versus the Chief Constable of Gloucestershire 2006, struck down arrests based on prediction, and R Sussex Police versus the CPS 2014 reaffirmed immediacy. Might happen isn't good enough. Imminent means now. Myth number three: common law overrides statute. When Parliament legislates, common law steps back. Acts of Parliament like PACE and the Public Order Act override any older doctrine. If it's written in an act, that's the rule. Common law can't trump Parliament. So looking at PACE sections 24 and 25 define modern arrest powers tied to necessity and proportionality. Common law is a fallback only for split-second emergencies. If there's time to explain it, it's not an emergency. Myth number four: refusing orders equals breach of the peace. Defiance isn't disorder. Courts protect peaceful refusal and filming under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act. Only threats, violence, or damage create a breach. Saying no isn't a crime. Staying calm is your power. Myth number five: Common law lets me order you away. Direction powers like dispersal or exclusion exist only by statute, such as Section 35 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act 2014. Common law gives no general power to order people to move. If the police can't quote the Act, their order's empty. The College of Policing limits common law use to spontaneous serious risk. Every instance must be justified, recorded, and reviewed. Ask who authorised it and where it's logged. Paper trails kill bluffs. Even under common law, force must be lawful, necessary, and proportionate, as required by Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act 1967 and Article 2 of the Human Rights Act. Excess force makes the act unlawful. Common law isn't a shield for rough handling. Every push needs proof. So looking at citizens' power and duty of care, any person may act to prevent a breach of the peace, but the same limits apply. Get it wrong and you risk civil liberty for false imprisonment. Meanwhile, police owe no general duty of care unless they're assumed responsibility. Step in carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're the one in court. So looking at remedies and accountability, abusing these powers can trigger civil damages or criminal liability. Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015 makes improper use of authority a crime. Record everything. If they twist common law to shut you down, that's Section 26 territory. Their problem, not yours. Debate goes on. Parliament and civil rights groups argue that ancient common law powers create confusion. Codifying them would protect citizens and officers alike. When rules are clear, there's no room for bluff. That's real accountability. So, what are the consequences and potential sentencing? Well, unlawful arrest under common law can lead to damages for false imprisonment and disciplinary action under Police Conduct Regulations 2020. False arrest isn't a slap of the wrist, it can end a career. So, the 8 key takeaways are 1. Common law powers exist only to prevent immediate harm. 2. No real threat equals no power. 3. Statute always overrides common law. 4. Peaceful refusal isn't a breach. 5. Entry without warrant equals danger only. 6. Force must meet lawful, necessary, proportionate test. 7. Citizens act at their own risk. 8. Misuse invites civil and criminal penalties. Common law was never meant for everyday policing, only for emergencies. Knowing its boundaries protects your rights and keeps authority accountable. Please subscribe, stay informed, and remember, knowledge equals protection.